Hello everyone, I'm Prince Fiifi Yorke, a journalist with Daily Guide. Today is a special day because there was this viral photo that trended and was shared on all social media platforms, which captured the moment of Afua Asantewaa during her sing-a-thon season. And the question is, who is behind this photo? Today, on this exclusive interview, I get to unmask the photographer who is behind this photo. He's no other person than Dennis. Just sit and take a chill and listen to our conversation. Thank you. So Dennis, how you doing?
I'm fine. Thank you for coming.
Yeah. It's a nice day today. I like your studios too as well.
Thank you.
It's quite interesting to see a picture coming from your end which tells a lot of stories, which has a lot of meaning. But before we delve into that, who is Dennis, if mommy asks?
So, Dennis, I usually describe myself as a photographer and a graphic artist, and that's what I do.
Okay.
Yes.
So you own Comme?
Yes. So Comme is my company. So I do everything, Sam, but
okay.
I usually identify as a photographer, and the creative artist part is what gets me around, from video editing to graphic design and all that. So Comme is basically the brand or the company that supports me. You could say I'm the CEO and the chief servant.
That's fine. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So tell me about your experience at the sing-a-thon. What inspired you to render your service to Afua and her team?
Yeah, so first of all, that was a completely volunteer work. I feel that when something monumental as this is happening in the nation, we need to support, because we are like the gatekeepers of stories and content in Ghana and Africa at large. So this was happening in Ghana, in Accra, and I felt there was a need to be there, and I needed to find every possible way to be there and also capture the experience.
Okay. So before we delve into this photography which has gone viral and everybody's talking about it, how did you see the preparations with the sing-a-thon, the crowd, and everybody who gathered there to celebrate Afua?
Wow. I was amazed at the spirit of unity and togetherness for all Ghanaians gathered there. From the beginning, like when I say beginning, I want to say maybe 12 midnight to the other time. You could see that people were sleeping there, people were on site, people were communing, eating, people were sitting, chatting, people were supporting, people were cheering. Some people, if you were tired, you take turns, go back and forth. I saw all that and I was like, there's something special about unity and togetherness and love for all. And that's what I saw over there. And the celebrities and all that coming out was very good.
Your photo, the photo you released, immediately this photo came out, I had to search who was behind. Hardly would you see people tagging you, but we'll come to that aspect of it.
Yes, please.
Aside all the photos you took during, that was day what? Day 2 or?
Yeah, day 3.
Day 3. Aside all the photos you took on day 3, why put much more work on the photo which people also were assuming she was crying? Because the photo gave a lot of interpretation, because that was at the moment where people thought she couldn't cross or she couldn't surpass the time limit she gave herself.
Yes.
So what informed the choice of this photo? Okay,
so I know the particular photo you are talking about. I call it the tears, sweat, cry photo.
Okay.
And the tears, sweat, cry photo, when you look at it, you get I took a lot of shots, but somehow in my export, that was number 54 of my exports. And somehow number 54 became like, the viral content. Yeah. So I would always owe this number 54 to her. And that picture is so important to me because at the point whilst I was taking the photo, I was so, actually how I do my work, I'm so highly concentrative on moving activity. I believe God ordained us as photographers so that we can freeze moment in time. And this freezing of moment in time is really, really important. So you need to pay attentive. you need to catch the spirit every time you see that moment. So a lot of things could be happening at an event. You may not, you can't connect to it. You know, there were people dancing, enjoying, but I can't enjoy that too. I need to be looking for the moment. And it was at that moment I saw that, no, there is something really. And she gave me that split second. And when I saw it and I took the opportunity and I shot it, and it was actually a 10. Okay. Immediately she was like this, and she was like this singing to us, and she turned this way, and I saw the tears, sweat, and cry. I'll let you decide which of them. Okay. When I saw that, and I was like, this is the moment, and I took the shot.
Okay. How has been the reaction after you posted this picture?
The reaction has been enormous. Okay. From friends, schoolmates, you know, church members, my church at ICGC Zoe Temple, a lot of, you know, these are the people immediate around me. Sure. But when you go to external news portals and bloggers, you know, influencers, various pockets of, you know, people and organizations were picking, celebrities were picking this image. And I was just sitting down there and I was like, God, this is your work. That's what I felt.
You could see on most of their social media pages, everybody was writing what he or she feels about the photo in respect to the current situation of Afua during the third day. People were saying she is resilient, people were saying she is tired, she needs help, but still she keeps pushing. You have named it Tears, Sweat, Cry photo. In general, what at that moment, what do you think Afua was going through?
I feel that Afua is very determined. She had given everyone the woman spirit of, you know, drive and determination, and not quitting. At that point, whatever can run into your mind is, let me quit. But these are people cheering me on. Continue on. You know, there are a crowd of witnesses that are cheering you on. Continue. And that is how Afua felt. And I saw that, you know, at the time she was sweating. You know, sometimes when you are sweating, it's like, Charlie, it is time. Sure. What break? It is time. Give up. So I felt that she's giving us two things: determination and drive for every one of us to pick from.
Okay. So immediately you served us with this picture. We are still celebrating this picture. All of a sudden you added extra 2 or 3.
Yes, a lot.
Extra 3. Yeah. And I don't know how you do it, but among all the photographs or photographers who came around and the photos we saw on social media, yours always stands out. Let's talk about when was she being massaged on the leg or?
Yeah, I think they brought in some form of liquid.
Okay.
So what I do is that I follow the story of the stage. I read the room, I read the scene. That's one thing I do specially. I anticipate what's going to happen before it happens. Mm-hmm. So I heard a conversation like around, I think DKB was around, like he was saying something like Mufa Insio Bibi or something. I don't know whether he's the right person with that, but his action over there, whether he's giving a jovial advice or an advice, was just saying something. So I knew that they were going to bring something. Sure. So when they brought in that, it looked like the show has been paused. Okay. So I was like, okay, the show has been paused, but anytime there is a pause in an event, that's the time you take that moment, because somebody will look for it. So I was like, okay, this is the time. So when they brought the liquid or whatever, it seems hot. I don't know. But I saw a first reaction, I said, this is the time. So I grabbed my camera steady and I was watching. So then I started clicking the moment. So I profiled the leg alone with the buckets. Then I decided, no, let me profile a reaction. So I didn't want to take the top alone. Then I did a full shot because people need to understand what's going on from the leg and all that. And a various reaction. There was one that stood out to me in the series of 4 images from that reaction. And that's the one she exhibited so much pain. This could be it, like, I am done. But she still continued on. That was so, impactful to me.
I think after watching getting a view of the pictures and the first one and the second one, anybody could just conclude, because that at that moment she's going through a lot.
Yeah.
And as of the pictures we've seen around, the photograph says it all. In your view, as a photographer, what should one do for him or her to stand out whenever there is an exhibition of pictures? Maybe you've gone for an event, and among all the 3 pictures, what will make you stand out? What is the photographer should look out for?
Okay, I think you just want me to throw a bit of advice as to what makes me stand out in terms of my picture, because I get a lot of comments from the reaction of picture being, captivating. Somebody said I have a unique eye. Yeah. Somebody says that my image is somehow different. Somebody says the story, they see story in the imagery. So generally what I do is that I, anticipate the moment. Mm-hmm. So what is going to happen? And I visualize how the audience is supposed to read the image. So one would say that I don't just take the picture. So I visualize how I want the audience to read the image. So every composition matters in the image. So, and also, if generally, for example, a flag is supposed to just, be lying down, I would say, no, let me give the flag some energy. You understand? I don't want the flag to just fall. I want the flag to be moving. So in that case, when you see a flag in action, like it's not just standing, it's moving, for me, that alone is telling its story. So that's one. Then I go to the subject. So attentiveness to detail at an event is crucial. For me, for a lot of young photographers out there, I get a lot of DMs that, oh, please help me. I want to be like you. Your works are so good. How do I? This is free tip. They should be attentive during the event. Like, you go to some event and photographers are like, all around the place, dancing, doing this and that, and they leave the moment. For me, when you get me on that event ground, attentiveness is number one. You, the client, just need to tell me that this is the event, this is what it's about, come and shoot it. I'll give you everything from wide, medium, close of that particular event. So attentiveness is one. Your ability to look for story is two. Like, make sure that your picture can move. And also the mood of the image. Okay. How you want people to feel. Do you want them to feel excited? Do you want them to feel sad? Do you want them to feel hope? Do you want them to feel remorse? Do you want them to be motivated? Decide the mood of the picture. And these few things will help you navigate perfect. It's not even about the setting, you understand? People were not even looking at the quality. They were looking more as to how they felt. Yeah. And once you achieve that, you are good to go.
Still on your photograph, we've seen some people those who are into painting, to take your picture and paint them, especially the tears, sweat, cry photo. Some also posted it on their social media handles, having a lot of likes, and people asking questions, who is behind the photograph? What do you think should be done when you are taking someone's work? Because if your name is being mentioned, or the person who is behind the photography is being tagged, I believe it could solve the issues of people asking who is behind the photos, or people taking the photo and owning it as if they were the one. Because I've seen photographers who are having your pictures on their page.
Yeah. First of all, I wanted to say a big thank you to the organizations, the brands, the influencers, the bloggers who took my image and properly credited me. They disregarded even my watermark because it's there. Some people were saying like it's there, you could see it. They went down in the comment section, which is the proper way, and tagged my name so that people can reach my page for the photographer. I think we need to appreciate photographers' work. We do a lot of work behind the scenes to get the content you see out there. So I speak for all photographers. Mm-hmm. Where you take somebody's photo, you just credit them. And I had people like brands like UTV, MX24, Nkonkonsan, Kobichi. They credited me. They credited me like properly. They mentioned me. I was like, this is just to mention a few. There were a lot I couldn't even track. But I felt like if organizations and brand like this follows this right way of crediting the artist's work, it will go a long way to support artistry and creativity. As for those who, took and posted even without, the permission, you still have the opportunity to do that. You can still go back and edit your post and put the name there. But in the end, I think it's all for Afua to, share a story and push it out there. And I was amazed. One of the blogs took the post and it was like historical moments captured by, Dennis Temituro. I was like, wow, that gives us a lot of encouragement to do what we want to do.
What results are you expecting to hear from Guinness?
Oh, I think Guinness should give Afua, after all their deliberation, they should just give her the title. That's all. That's all I say. Me, I'm telling you, Afua, congratulations in advance. I'm your biggest fan over there.
What's the way forward for Dennis?
So the way forward for me is that actually in 2024, I do a lot of cultural and documentary photography. Pictures that inspire storytelling and all that. So I've captured a few festivals and, events here and there and, cultural exchange. In 2024, there will be an exhibition, a photo exhibition and a creative summit that I'll be putting out there, getting a few people here and there to come and inspire and talk us into the art of creative storytelling amongst others, and I'll exhibit some of my photos. Obviously, your brand could also come and get some and buy.
We will be there. We will presence live and color to also give a video coverage for that.
Thank you.
My last question, actually, what is the future of Ghana's photography agency sector? How do you see? Is it a prospective sector where people the youth, especially people who love photography, can reap more, or it's just the normal creative photography, take your pictures and then we give you coins and you're good to go?
I think there's more opportunity for photographers in Ghana, and the industry is not fully tapped yet. Okay. So we welcome a lot of people, young ones here and there, to come into the industry and also have their fair share of how they tell their story, to make sure that the story keep on living. When you and I, we are out of here in 2000 and something years, people need to see what has happened. Sure. And they'll research this and they'll see that the story is there. Mm-hmm. So we need more people to go, but they need to learn consciously the art of photography so that they can be able to tell the story well. And that is why I have a foundation called the Revive Mind. We'll be moving to local communities across Ghana and Africa to nurture them. Some villages have not even seen camera before. So I'm sitting there, how would they document what is happening in their community? So I'm pushing an agenda where we'll go to those communities, educate them, show them softbox, show them camera, let them see it, let them see how they can tell their story. If we have support, we buy cameras for them, then they can document what's happening in their community. And you have no idea the number of small community there and the number of bright minds. I believe God didn't put the best in Accra, sure, or the best in the north. I believe God spread everyone evenly. It's just that they need to have the right connection to the art or what they want to do, and they'll be best. So Revive Minds in 2024 will definitely show up.
So just a quick one. Going through your pages, of course, you made me go to your page because after I saw your tag on Kobichi's Twitter page of you being behind Afua Asantewa's iconic photo. I saw you work with a number of celebrities. Recent one is Son Badu, the Rhythms of Africa. And today, guys, I realized he has produced a whole documentary photo for Rhythms of Africa, which features Son Badu. You could see, Charlie, this Dennis is not joking. Dennis, just give us a brief how you got to meet Son Badu, how you were able to come up with all this documentary photo that captures every moment during the Rhythms of Africa concert.
Yeah, so thank you for that, for highlighting my work. I'm really appreciative of that. Son Badu's experience too was a volunteer experience myself. I wanted to capture a concert experience. So I went there just to capture how the Rhythms of Africa, will be and all that. So I was privileged enough to have like accreditation, to capture my perspective on the event. And it was also like a viral sensation because Son Badu himself, just did a 6-second video, flipped the pages and tagged me. He tagged me on the comment section so that people would get to my page. And that brought me a whole mind-blowing, following and experience on social media. So, Dr. Son Badu, I'm appreciative of the gesture. I love you so much and keep doing the work you do for Africa and the world beyond. And I know you love Ghana. That is why I did this whole experience for you.
Ghana, if you want an iconic photographer, someone who is going to give you memories, 25, 30 years to come, you'll still feel like you're in the moment. I think you have to look no further than Dennis. Contact him on Instagram, on all social media platforms. Let him hook you up with the best of photographs you want. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for coming and thanks for the opportunity to come and interview me in my own small space. I'm grateful to Daily Guide for their support and for seeing me as somebody worthy of interview. I'm grateful to your brand and thank you.
You're welcome.